What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've been super busy lately. I've had a lot of things going on that are a little troublesome lately, but nonetheless things have been good. Getting back out on the rocks, doing a little experimenting with the SCX24 INJORA buggy. So here's a little update pretty much on the things that have been done and achieved with this thing so far. I'll give you a front view. Lights are on, don't mind that. So what is this thing? What is its entirety? So pretty much this thing started out as a C10 build, and just through minor upgrades here and there, this thing has ultimately shifted into what it is today. So I went ahead and got some Mias isokinetic 52-degree turn axles, and it came with a great steering link in the front, but I went ahead and upgraded for the 3Flow 9 RC one. It's been a nice upgrade, no complaints on that, and it actually helps me get over obstacles with those roller bearings in the front. As you can see, we got the Shift RC Nano micro servo in here. Thing's been a beast. It's super fast, super strong, helps move those heavy 63-gram brass wheels with inserts and 1.3 Klingons on them. Those things grip really well. So that strong servo and the upgraded axles and steering link definitely help out with the heavier situation with the front weight bias. You know, being heavier in the front, it definitely helps out when you're stuck up on rocks. Like, you guys have been in scenarios with your EMAX servos where you can't even turn at some certain obstacles that you're on, and you might be in a certain pinch point and you just can't move your servo left or right. It won't budge. So I got tired of that aggravation and just upgraded. We got some, I believe they're either 43 or 53. I think they're 53 millimeter INJORA long travel shocks with no oil. We got the stiff springs in the front. We got some mediums in the rear. We also did, when we got the Mias axles, I went ahead and put the underdrive in the rear axle. So it's got a little bit of overdrive in the front. The front spins a little bit faster, just a tad faster than the rear. Not too much, but it's a good improvement nonetheless to get up over those steep climbs and pull yourself up, kind of like a portal situation would do for you. So we upgraded the electronic system in here. Left the motor. I still have the micro Komodo in there, but the ESC I went ahead and changed out. I had the Lizard Pro and swapped it out for the Python Pro. Here's your pros and cons. With the Lizard Pro, you have a great ESC. It is definitely more than enough to power a brushless system. However, the internal BEC only cranks up to, I believe, 2.5 amps, and most micro servos that are like your upgrade, like a Shift, an NSDRC, or something that just you're able to crank the voltage up on, you're kind of limited with your Lizard Pro being a 2.5 amp BEC, because it can't deliver a constant 3 amp to 5 amp current. So with the Python Pro, we have a 5 amp BEC built in, and that it has been more than suffice for the upgraded servo. So that was the ultimate decision behind that and reason of why I did so. I got a 900 mAh 2S battery in here. The reason the battery pack is so big, guys, is not for weight, and it is not for any beneficial gain other than just longer run times. So you can run any size battery that you want as long as it will fit in whatever rig that you have. If you're going for lightweight, go for a smaller battery. Now with smaller batteries, you get less runtime, so you got to find your little happy medium ground there. For me, the 900 just lasts so long, and it just so happened to fit in here. It's not the prettiest thing, but you know, it works. So it hasn't affected my performance on this thing whatsoever. There is times where, you know, it's straight vertical and it will fall back just because of the extra weight is up top, but hasn't been a major issue. The other thing that we went ahead and did is took out that old stock receiver transmitter deal. It's not much of a great upgrade, but the Hobby Park, I believe it's a CRP18, the stock transmitter and receiver that comes with that. I got this from a friend and I went ahead and just slapped it in mine, and it worked out convenient. It's a little clustered in there, but it works. As long as it works, it's great in my book. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you what she's capable of on the rocks here. I mean, this rig has been a lot of fun to build. Kermit does get a little camera shy. There she goes. Just had to find that right little bump. But man, even with the stiff springs in the front, it's lifting it higher than what it was sitting before. It used to just sit fully slammed. And you know, it keeps that front down when you're doing these steep climbs like I'm doing right now. But even with it lifting all the way up, like the shocks are fully extended in the front right now. And the back is pretty much almost fully extended. They're about 70–80%. And it can still pull off some great lines, man. Now, you're probably wondering, why did you want to put stiff springs in the front versus the rear? Ultimately, I wanted stiff springs all the way around this rig, and I was one spring short of accomplishing that. So this thing was just sitting fully squatted. It ended up having a lot of belly rub on a lot of areas in my obstacles, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. So my only option there was to get stiffer springs and try and pretty much raise up the body so that the belly sat up higher. And I kind of accomplished that a little bit with the springs in the front being stiffer, but nonetheless, is it doing better? I don't know yet. I need more time with it, need more drive time. But yeah, that is the, see how fast that servo is. And this servo right now is only cranked up to 7.4 volts. That's pretty insane. Super fast, turn sharp. Yeah, she's quick, man. She's money. But all right, guys, that was just a rundown of Kermit, the SCX24 Injora Buggy chassis build, whatever you want to call it. This is just my new little line slayer, man. This thing's doing everything I want it to. And I have another build going on right now. Yeah, you guys have seen the Texoma Slayer. That thing's been putting in work as well. That'll be here in my next video. I'm gonna give you guys a little rundown of what's been going on with that, what's been done to it, and a little demonstration of what it can do. And I have an additional one that I'm building now. Gonna be somewhat similar, but my main focus goal with that one is to make it a super lightweight comp rig, and we're gonna pull it off. It's just gonna be slow to come, so stay tuned. Like and subscribe.